truth, find your voice, and be that scariest, fearless woman you are meant to be. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Scariest Fearless Woman. I have here with me some of my favorite sisters here. One of them is Miss Isha, so give her a round of applause. And we have Miss Tara as well. The first thing I want to do is I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about how we met, okay? We're all going to chime in, okay? How did we meet? I'm going to start off with you, Tara. How did we meet?
Church?
We did meet at church. We did meet at church, and then she made me her maid of honor for 2 seconds, and I was trying to figure out.
Because you made a huge impact on my life that quick.
But still, why would you make somebody your bridesmaid and you only know them for like almost 2 months?
Because I feel like God puts people in your life for a reason, no matter how soon or how long you've known somebody. And sometimes when you're going through different transitions in life, God sends other people that fit in with that transition that you're going through, and He sweeps away the other ones. And like people that I've known my whole life weren't in my wedding party, but people that I met on my journey and my walk with God and going into their transition of getting married were there for me during that process.
I was
and you
single,
were one of them.
but I was single at that time.
But you were still one
I was
of them.
trifling when I was single. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Well, I'm glad that I made that much of an impact in your life. When I first met her, I was like, she's so bubbly. Why is she so bubbly? Can you turn it down a notch? But now I love her. Like, she has a light to her that shines. So I'm glad you're in my life. So thank you. So Isha, how did we meet?
Church.
We did meet at church. I did. See,
She didn't like me.
See, this is the second person on my video that has said that I didn't like them. So that's a bad thing. That's a bad character to have. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why I didn't like her. Okay, somebody boasted her up and made it seem like that when she came in that she was just gonna be better than us, and I took it the wrong way.
Talk about dancing.
Yeah, talking about dancing. Yeah, because this is a bad girl. She knows how to dance, and she knows how to sing, too. So hopefully her singing skills will come and manifest somewhere outside church, too, because I want to hear it. But, yes, that's how we met. But this is my little sis. This is my girlfriend, number 1 and number 2. Y'all wouldn't understand.
Got number 1 spot.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
It's okay.
I mean, because I always hear, I was first, so it don't matter.
Well, she never said that.
Whatever.
She can be first. You can be first.
You can be first today.
And,
No, say what you was gonna say.
You can be first.
okay.
Today you can
Today,
be
I'll
first. Okay. So, how was you guys' week? How y'all been? What's up?
My week has been draining. I just feel drained. I don't know
Okay.
if it's the heat. I don't know if it's me feeling like I'm getting pulled left and right. I just feel drained.
Okay.
I have no energy and no time to do anything, and I feel overwhelmed. Very
Okay.
overwhelmed.
Do you feel like sometimes you put too much stuff on your plate? Because I know you do.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think I put stuff on my plate and I don't consider giving myself time to chill.
And you've been talking about this is your year of self-care.
I was doing good until
Uh-huh.
COVID came and took over life.
You know what? COVID has
I was
taken...
doing good.
Yeah.
And people say that, this is quarantine, you should be able to relax and chill. But relaxing and it doesn't just mean being in the house. And I live with my in-laws, and they're great people to live with, but then when everyone else comes over and you just want to go to sleep, you can't because it's so loud and everyone's running around. And then she got this new little dog.
Does it yap?
It's a cute little sound like a duck. All at the wrong times.
Because I didn't hear it.
Oh, it was horrible.
Oh.
It's horrible.
It don't bark.
Yeah.
It quacks. It quacks.
And so that doesn't help. But other than that, like, it's good over there. It's just when everyone else comes over or if I I just want to, just relax. I can't. And so then I keep myself busy because
you want to make sure that you have your space. And I can understand that, because when I'm at the house, I'm like, okay, I just want my space. I understand you want time with me, but then again, I need time for myself. And when it's noise, even when it's noise out here, I'm like, could y'all be quiet? I need to just to relax with nothing going on around me. So I understand. So hopefully you'll get some time next week.
yes,
Okay. All right. Anyway.
I'm ready.
Yes, I know.
I'm not setting an alarm.
Okay.
Oh,
we not.
Unbothered.
Unbothered.
Wednesday.
Bothered not.
Do not
But-
disturb.
Yes. So how was your week, Miss Isha?
It's been okay. Just dealing with some stuff, trying to be there for my significant other when
She has a significant other.
And then she didn't say boyfriend. She
It's
said
a significant other! Yes!
That's a big word.
That's a big word! You
That's
know?
a big word.
well, I'm just trying to be there for him. He is going through something. And so just trying to be there for him. It's new to him. So it's like he's kind of trying to shut down instead of open up. And so we're working through that.
Okay.
It's I don't know what day it is. Let me just say that. Since COVID started, I have not known what day it is.
Me neither.
So it's just a hello, how are you? Good morning and good afternoon, and keep it pushing because it's always on go. But I don't know what day it is.
I don't even know today's date sometimes. That's why I'm so glad I brought my happy planner, and I look at it like, oh, today is this day. Okay, cool beans. I usually go by weeks though. You gotta tell me what day it is. Is it Wednesday or is it Tuesday?
Yeah.
What is it? So I understand. My week has been pretty good. Just launching this Scariest Fearless Woman, and I have been just overwhelmed with it because I didn't know that it was going to be as big. It's small, but it's big to me, and I know that I'm supposed to be here for a reason. I know I'm serving God's people, and women like you, like us, and everybody else who will be tuning in. I know this is going to be bigger than what it is, and I can't wait to collaborate with other people. I can't wait to put y'all on game and do some stuff, because I know y'all have voices, and your voices need to be heard outside of church, and it needs to be, and I'm not saying that church is bad or anything, but I'm saying like we need to go out there and spread our wings outside of the church too. I think it's very important that we find the sheep outside. Okay. All right, guys. So my topic for the blog was called Concrete on My Name. And for Concrete on My Name, I just discussed how important your name is, or how important it is for you to make sure that when people say your name, they either smile or find something positive about you, or they even might laugh as well. Sometimes we tend to rub people the wrong way when we first meet them. First impressions are very important to us. I assumed that Isha was mean because of the demeanor of her face. And I had to realize that's just her face, and that's just how she is. And she's also very observant. So she has an observant face, and then she has a chilled face as well. So I had to, figure out the difference between her. And I also hit on how social media, you got to be very careful of what you do on social media, because you can delete it, but I promise you, somebody saw it within them 2 seconds. I promise you. And people are gossiping about you or say, oh girl, what did she do, or whatnot. So that was what my blog was for Concrete on My Name. So I'm going to always have 4 questions pertaining to the blog. And so these 4 questions, these young ladies do not know the questions. They're going with the flow. We want this to be raw and uncut, because we want to make sure that we not putting on a facade or putting on a mask for anybody, because we refuse to put on a mask for anybody. So the first question is, why do people feel like they need to put everything on social media? Dang, I know, right?
I don't put everything on social media, so I can't answer that from a personal perspective. But I feel like people use social media as a virtual diary. I feel like a lot of people might seek for attention. I feel like, or I mean, maybe they're not seeking for attention because I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Right.
Maybe they just want everyone to know they're living a happy life. Like, YOLO, my life is good.
Right.
They might have a hater out there that's trying to see what they're doing, so they're trying to say, I'm not worried about you or that person. Like, I'm living my best life. And so I think that those are things that people do or why they put it on social media, but I don't think everything belongs on social media.
You are absolutely right.
But I definitely believe they use it as a virtual diary, and a lot of people seek for attention.
Okay. Go ahead. That's all right. Okay, you want me to go?
I just feel like, to piggyback on what Antara said, that it's like a virtual diary that a lot of people, and also for me personally, I don't put everything on social media, but the things that I do are for my family to see. And because I have family all over the world, and I want them to see, you know, pictures of my son and the positive things that we are doing, because there's so much negativity in the world that I want to shed some positive light. But on the other hand, there are some people who just do that. They put their every move, and then they wonder how people know their business. And it's because you put your business out there for everybody to see, but then you want to be private is in the same manner. Like how are you
how you doing it?
How are you public and private at the same time?
Right.
I don't understand.
Right.
So
And then get mad when somebody comment on it.
Right. Well, you
out.
shouldn't have put it out in the atmosphere.
Right.
Yeah. I think certain people, like, put their stuff out there, like all their stuff on social media is, like you said, it's an escape. It's a diary for people. But I also think that sometimes people don't know when that's too much, you know, and you have to be careful what you put, like your every move. Like, I know, for instance, there's some lurkers out there. Do y'all not know that people are lurking and seeing and watching your every move, or you know, putting your location on there and stuff like that? You got to be real careful, and that sex trafficking stuff is going on as well. And I just feel like sometimes you don't have to put everything out there. Like, it's not necessary.
Can I add? I have like a few more points.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I also feel like people don't know how to communicate, and so they use social media as their way of communicating to other people. But then I also feel like people use it like as a good, bad, and ugly. And what I hate most is I see people bash people on Facebook
and
or
turn
on
around
social
and
media
do
more.
the same thing.
Well, I see them bash people more than I see them give people praise. Like, you're so quick to point out everyone's flaws. Oh, he's a bad baby daddy, or you don't believe what this dude just did, instead of saying, oh, he washed the dishes today, or things like that. And I think if our society in general would use social media as more of a positive and not a negative, the world would be a better place. You know how many fights I see on Facebook happening just from people talking noise? It's like, like you got Facebook, like you hard on Facebook.
Hardcore Facebook.
You got Facebook goons.
Yeah, Facebook goons. I like that. It's about, why you gooning on Facebook? You live in Alabama.
What you want me to meet you at a park for? You ain't even living up there.
Right. You don't even live here. You want me to meet you at the park.
Right. Okay, so our next question is, when your friends post something that you feel is not appropriate, do you talk to them about it?
Yes.
I think, yeah. Especially if it has to do with me. Like, especially if it has to do with me. But even if I see them post something that I feel like is going to be an embarrassment for them, I will tell them, man, like, that, come on now, like, that's not you, take that off. Or if it has to do with me, now you know.
Sometimes I have to reread what I read just in case, you know, somebody took it the wrong way. Or, you know, if I want to go off, sometimes I do go on social media and I put how I'm feeling, but I don't press post.
It's okay to rant. You just have to do it in a not a positive manner, but you have to professional manner.
Maybe
Yeah,
like professional petty.
professional. I like that. Professional petty. try not to cuss even though you're frustrated. Try not to call people out even though. But sometimes subliminal is necessary. Because if you put a name to it, then here come however many friends and they friends, or you tag somebody, everybody can see. So then here come they friends and they cousins, they aunties that stay overseas and all of that, trying to, chime in on the situation when they don't know. So like she said, it's sometimes it's necessary to be a professional petty, and sometimes it's necessary to not tag that person even though you want to, because if you have to post it, make it as subliminal as possible. That way you don't have to explain nothing to anybody. You don't have to say, tell all the business or whatever the case may be. Now, I would rather not do it, but if you have to get your point across, then try to be as subliminal as possible.
I'm still on this professional petty. Give me the definition so then the women can know what is professional petty. What does it mean?
To me, it means, how you say something on the sly, on the cool, on the real, however you want to put it, but you don't necessarily come out in a petty way. But it's in a petty manner, but it's more professional than it is petty.
It's the sarcastic truth.
I like that. The sarcastic truth.
It's the sarcastic truth. But I feel like if you have to think about it before you post it, don't post it.
That is true.
If you have to ask someone, is this okay? Should I post this? If you have to contemplate on it, then it doesn't need to be posted. It doesn't need to be out there. I'm the type of person, I don't like going back. I don't like confrontation.
Me neither.
I don't like confrontation, and so if I feel like it's gonna start something that has to do with the confrontation, I just it's not even worth it, because then that's a whole nother energy that someone's gonna suck out of me. Because then I don't have the time or the day to do that.
I could think of a time when she was not my friend, but during my college days, my friends and I decided we wanted to go out for Halloween. And so we were Black Panthers. I had my little fishnets on and these booty shorts on. Had my little cha-chas out, and I had a little fist. I said cha-chas. Well, my big cha-chas. Arriba. I had them out with a red bra on and my afro. I did this, and we all took pictures like we was getting it. And so we got a phone call from our, I believe, pastor, and he said he wanted to meet us at the church. Mind you, almost everybody, no, it was just 3 of us. We were praise dancers at the church, and so
y'all the worst one.
Really?
She ain't lying.
But she ain't lying, no. We danced
just like pastor's kids.
We got it in. We knucked in. We bucked at the club, and now we knucking and bucking for Jesus. But so instead of her saying, "Hey guys, y'all need to get those pictures off of Facebook," she went straight to our pastor, and then he put us on probation. Mind you, we are college students, so therefore we're trying to still live life and learn ourselves or whatnot. And I feel like if she would have just said in that moment, "Hey, y'all need to take those pictures off," and told us why, we would have been okay. But we was so upset with her, and I had petty moments when I would say stuff on the slide. But Jesus forgive me. But anyways, that's an incident that has happened, and that's when I feel like you need to make sure that before you go to somebody and try to tell on somebody, I'm grown first of all, come to me. Don't go to nobody else. Come to me. Let me know. So my next question is, when someone adds you as a friend and you don't talk to them on a daily basis, do you accept their friend request?
It depends. For me, it depends on what social media outlet you're trying to befriend me on.
Right.
Okay.
So if you want
No
to
Snapchat.
No.
You can.
You got. You
can.
Snapchat is very limited on
Yeah.
who can be my friend on Snapchat. It's probably not even right, but it is what it is.
I feel like it is. I think it's right.
Instagram is kind of like, I gotta know you just a little bit, or I gotta know of you, because Instagram is kind of like that site that you kind of like celebrities are on, and more so like they post stuff, and so that one's okay. Now my Facebook, whoever.
Yeah, and I feel like most of the time is people that I know of, and if you want to be my Facebook friend, I'm good. But I
We have mutual friends. We're
yeah,
good.
yeah, we're good. Snapchat,
More than one. More than one mutual friend. Because I don't know. Like, I feel like people come on assignment or on lurkism. That's not a word.
We gonna make it a word today.
I feel like you gotta have more than one mutual
I feel
friend.
like they have a motive.
Right, a motive. And I'm like, what in the one mutual friend do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Who sent you? Why? So it's so many. I have so many friend requests because they have like one mutual friend, and it's a friend that I don't talk to. So now I feel like you after something.
Well, if it's if there's no picture or if it's a name that I can't say, I'm not adding you.
Wait, it's a name I can't say.
like a name that's not in English.
Oh,
or like,
okay,
you know,
okay.
the
I was like,
Arabic name or something.
I'm not adding you. Yeah.
I agree with that. And one thing's for sure, I like to make sure whoever my Facebook friends are, like, we have something in common. And me personally, I like to keep my work separate from what I do. And so I'm pretty sure somebody gonna see this, and I really don't care. I've had my coworkers to try to befriend me on Facebook, and I'm like, for what? What do we need to be Facebook friends for?
You know what? I was talking to a mutual friend earlier. We all know, but I was telling him that Facebook is my safe zone. Facebook is my safe zone. Like, I have people who add me, like co-workers and stuff that add me, and that's fine because I really don't post on Facebook. Now, Snapchat and Instagram, well, I just made an Instagram, but Snapchat is not my safe zone. Facebook is. So if you want to, like, be friends with me on Facebook, you can, because I post, like, once or twice a month.
Okay, I have a question about Snapchat.
Go ahead.
Okay. Because I'm still new anyways, but I still do it. If people add
You said you knew?
to, like, knowing all these social media things and all the stuff that they do. Like, I don't know. Snapchat does all these things, and I don't know all of what they do. But the most important thing I need to know is if someone adds me, but I don't add them back, can they see my story?
Yes and no, depending. If you have a private Snapchat, as in...
My whole Snap, it's on
Oh, it's
It's
private.
on public?
No, the whole
It's
thing's
private.
on custom.
Okay,
Oh.
so no, they can't.
Okay.
You
That's
have to
different.
add them back. But if it's on private, yes, they will be a subscriber to you. Meaning that, you know, how you subscribe to somebody's YouTube, like, they will be a subscriber to you if it's public. If it's not, then no. They just wait
so
on you
when
to
we're
add
done
them.
working, I need you to look at my
heard
Snapchat to
that.
see if I'm public.
Yeah,
Right, I need
please.
to know.
Okay.
Go do that, please.
Okay.
Run, tell that.
Yeah, who cares? No. Okay, this is a side question, an add-on question. So, do you ever wonder why people delete you off Facebook? You be like, I didn't do nothing to you.
Oh my God.
What
Okay.
happened? Go ahead.
I feel like it's insecurities. I feel like it's a grudge that you hold in, which I don't understand why, because we're grown. We should be able to talk it out. And I had somebody to go and tell their family that they unfollowed me on our social media platforms because I was trying to keep tabs on them.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, I don't care about you or your life. I'm doing me. Like, I don't care about that. But that's what I had somebody to say. So I don't feel like I do anything wrong. There's a lot of people that unfriend me because of how real I am. And sometimes I don't check you, but I say, hey, that's not the way that you go about things, and they take offense to that because they don't have people in their corner to tell them that that's not what you're supposed to be doing. And so I have people to delete me, and I'm just like, okay, well, peace out. Don't come back. Don't come back.
Because why you shouldn't deleted me in the first place? Like, I don't understand what are you gonna delete me and then add me? Delete that? No,
Yeah, we're not doing that.
No, don't do that.
I've been deleted by association.
That too.
That's
That's real.
I've
Yeah.
been deleted because I associated with someone that the person didn't like, and I guess they thought I was the screenshot victim or whatever. But I could care less.
But they should have
But-
talked to you about it.
True. But they don't have to. They don't want to.
That is true.
One less thing I have to worry
Another
about.
one bites.
But
the
if you're
dust.
bold enough to delete me, you need to be bold enough to add me back.
That is true. I like
I'm
that.
gonna let you sit there.
You gonna sit on
I'm gonna let
it?
you
Sit
sit
on
on
it
it.
and wait.
I'm gonna let you
Marinate
sit
No,
there.
no, I'm nice. If you're bold enough to delete me and bold enough to request me back, I'll friend you back because you already had to swallow your ego by sending me another friend request. But what I love is when you get those ones and I'm like, did I get deleted? And then you ask someone, oh, did you delete me? No, I didn't delete you.
Why?
I don't know what
It was an
no.
accident.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know. My Facebook had a glitch. No, you had to physically go in there and unfriend me because why would Facebook just
But
unfriend me?
if their ego sets aside and allows them to add you back, I'm nice.
Oh, you're a forgiving person. Like, okay,
I'm
go
still working on
ahead.
it.
Yeah,
So you can
Jesus
still
ain't through
see-
with you.
Right.
So you can still see that I was still living my best life
Uh,
while you were gone.
I think I only got deleted one time, and that was recently, last week. It was funny.
Oh, that's real. That's real fresh.
Yeah. But I was okay with it. I'm like, oh, okay.
We'll have to spell that to you later.
We will. Sip. All right. Do you regret anything you have done on any of your social media sites?
I
I don't think I've had anything out there like that. So no. I don't. Now, when I have those friends who forget that I'm living that I have a different lifestyle than what they have, and they post stuff like, "Man, I need you to delete that."
With a quickness.
Right.
I need you to delete that. But no, I haven't. Now, if you just want to talk about electronics, period, things that's gotten recorded and people have seen, that's a whole different situation.
But that's private, so you good. Like you and your husband.
No, it wasn't.
I'll be scared.
But no, I'm saying like if someone like they saw it.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'll just tell my business. So me and were we just dating? I think we were just dating, but yes, because it was him and his brother, one of them had a red truck, but they both did whatever. And we did this video of me and him in the car or whatever, and it was on the camera. And he left the camera in the car, and then his sister found the camera, and of course she showed the other sister. And
Wow.
I guess that would be my regret, and so ever since then, don't put no camera with because I don't trust you because you lose stuff. And I almost said, you lose stuff.
Yeah, and nobody has time for that. Wow.
So, no.
Oh,
I haven't had an incident like that. Wow, that's beautiful.
We weren't even married.
Hey, y'all married now. You good.
I mean, yeah.
Sometimes I gotta make sure London don't have my phone because you just never know what you might see on my phone. Do you agree with that, Isha?
Not yet. But yeah, I mean, you have to always be mindful of what, because it's easy to like record something, and because we all have iPhones, so it's easy to click that little share button and all that stuff pop up, and you could just easily share it to something just because of yes, I've done that too, or send it to somebody just because of the options and where they are, and you just have to be mindful.
So since we're on social media topic, so what do y'all think about that Nick Cannon? What do y'all think about that?
I don't really know
stand
the
with him.
story.
You stand with him?
with him.
Tell her what happened.
Okay, so Nick has a podcast, and he was talking about how white people use their platform to be savages and to be bullies and to be, use their power for wrong. And he was talking about it, and MTV overheard it, or it got to them somehow, and they didn't agree with it. But it's the truth, because there are, and it's even black people who abuse their power.
They do.
People abuse their power when they get it. And he was just saying how
Some people,
yes, how we fight daily to keep our sanity, to keep our hope alive, to keep love alive, how Black Lives Matter, how we fight daily because we just don't know what's gonna happen to us because of how we look or who we are. And he said, they savages. They use their power. They abuse their power, and some of them abuse their power without knowing they abuse their power. But because that's what they were taught and brainwashed, they just know what to go with. And how he disagreed on it, and so MTV heard it, and they want to cancel Wild 'N Out. But I say that God is on his side because Wild 'N Out is really the only thing that's keeping MTV afloat.
How about that?
They play old Catfish episodes. They play old, Teen Moms
and stuff.
And Pimp My Ride in the middle of the night. And nobody really still watch that stuff. But let Wild 'N Out marathon come on.
We looking at it.
We watching it.
I did that. I did in Florida.
Right. We gonna watch it and it don't matter how many times we sing the episode because it's funny. But because it's us, they don't like it. They don't like for us to be held at that high standard. They don't like for our names to be viewed in a positive way. And Wild 'N Out only had like an Indian girl and a couple, white people, but it was majority they were black. Now, the fault in it, I feel, is how Nick does not own the show.
Right.
It's 15 seasons. Somewhere in there, you should have said,
I want to own this.
Yes. Hey, let me buy this. I've been on here for 15 seasons. I've been making y'all money. We'll change whatever we need to change. We'll do whatever we need to do. If people don't want to stay aboard, they can go. Because I guarantee you that if he had bought it, it would have changed a lot of things. And a lot of people who invest in it, or a lot of people who do a lot of things, probably would have walked off. But because of Concrete on the name, and how everything is funny, how they only had a few episodes I can think of that it wasn't funny, but it turned and it ended up being funny. So I just feel like it's wrong, and I stand with him, and I pray that God makes a way, which he always does, makes a way for him to be able to continue to do. But he does not fully own Wild 'N Out, and so that's where the problem with.
And I didn't know that.
After doing research, he does. It's like 2 other people that own it with him, and then he also does it at Tyler Perry Studios. Of course, Tyler Perry is gonna be on his side, but the people that are above him, because you don't own it, that would be the downfall.
I wonder, can he buy it from them? And I'm pretty sure
it'll probably make it real difficult with everything that's going on now. But with him doing it in Tyler Perry's studio, all that stuff, like Tyler Perry might get it and put it on his network.
BET.
Right, yeah.
You better go to Black Entertainment.
God always makes a way,
gonna
especially
cover
when you right. And he had to be doing something right because it's 15 seasons. It's not canceled after the first few episodes or first few seasons. It's still going on. And so it's just, and Nick Cannon is a positive influence, period. He stands for Black Lives Matter. He, he did the whole Nipsey Hussle and Dr. Sebi and all of that. And so, I believe that please God don't. But with that positive platform, I do feel like that is gonna make a way for him to be able to do what he needs to do, despite how hard it is for him to be able to own Wild 'N Out and continue to do, because there's a lot of people that's out of jobs now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people he picked up off of Instagram, off of YouTube.
And I like that about him. I like how he used the social media platform to pick his people.
He gave a lot of people jobs, made a lot of people famous.
So shout out to you, Nick Cannon, if you see this. We stand with you. Yes. Hashtag we stand with Nick Cannon. All right, guys. So we're gonna go to our next thing. So God has put it on my heart that the word journey in my spirit, and I was like, journey. And so I was like, well, I'm on a journey too, becoming fearless. And so then I asked Antera and Isha, what are you on a journey to? And so I'm going to start off with Antera of what you are on a journey to.
I'm on a journey to spiritual growth. And I chose spiritual growth because I'm transitioning into a different position in life with my husband. And so we are one. And so because he has a title, that means I have to have a title. I didn't grow up in church. And so the only first lady that I ever thought was the first lady in the White House. She doesn't speak English. I don't know if I should.
It's okay. We know Michelle did.
Okay. So I didn't grow up in church, so I didn't know what a first lady was or what she's supposed to do. I'm not a real big spiritual person. I'm not biblical. I can't just sit there and bust out scriptures to you. And so for me, walking in this new journey, like I want to focus on my spiritual walk for myself, so I can use my discernment of spirit and to see what God has for me, because I tend to use it against me. But I need to be more open-minded to what God's desires are for me and the call or the gift that he has set for my life. And so I just want to grow spiritually with him. And so when people see me, I can say, it's not, oh, she's young and she doesn't know what she's doing and she's still wilding out. No, that I have a pure heart and I am a woman of God, and I am here to support and help the ministry as much as possible. And so I just want to focus on my spiritual journey, my spiritual walk, and then just grow spiritually in the Word of God.
That was good. I like it. I like how you also included your husband in there. But I'm gonna add something. I'm gonna ask you something. Has it been hard giving up certain things or sacrificing some things because you are not in the spotlight, but you have more of a title to uphold?
No. I was afraid at first. I thought that it was going to be. But one thing I can say is that my husband has been very, very, very supportive in this whole transition, because he knew that was like my fear. I didn't want to become something that I'm not. I didn't want what I enjoyed doing to be taken away from me. And so there's only like one thing he expects me not to do, which is fine. I can accept that.
Okay.
But he still wants me to be me and be my authentic self and stay true to me and who I am. He doesn't want me to be anything other than. And so since I have support behind me with that, it hasn't been hard. And even the ministry that we're at, it's not hard. I think because it's small, and so we're very loving, and it's petty and ratchet, which is right up there.
Your church.
It just kind of.
Would you like to tell the people what
G-Stop West?
Some of them don't know what G-Stop West means.
Good Shepherd Temple of Praise West Campus. You can visit us at 3500 Marquetta Drive, Fort Worth, Texas 76116.
You see that? Look at the promotion. You get free promotion up in this thing. That's beautiful. But I feel like that you have enough. But I feel like God is going to elevate you even more, because I can talk about a time where I fell down and the broad kicked her shoes off, held me, and was praying mighty. I thought I was going to heaven. How mighty she prayed. This heifer kicked her shoes off. So I don't understand why you don't think that you have some type of spiritual growth already in you.
I think for me, when you're talking about becoming fearless, I think for me is my fear against myself.
Okay.
In like not holding myself where it should be. Like I put myself way down here and I don't need to. So I think that's like a lot of myself too. So I think when I grow spiritually, that's going to help me gather my nerves and my brain. So like when my butterflies are coming in, I know that's God rubbing me and mixing it all up inside, but I can utilize what I'm supposed to utilize.
Well, thank you so much for speaking on your spiritual growth. Okay, so you're on a journey for what?
Being confident.
I gotta see the B. There we go.
Being confident.
Go ahead, keep going.
I struggle a lot with being confident in a lot of things that I want to do. One being my music, because I don't know how people will receive it. I struggle with being confident in business ventures. When I feel like something's strong on me, I tend to back off of it because I don't know how people will receive it. And sometimes I just think, well, why would God put me in the situation if He doesn't want me to flourish, or if He doesn't want me to become what it is that He's trying to get me to become? And sometimes I have a not right now in my spirit, in my heart, because I'm like, well, you didn't give me funds. You didn't give me, all you gave me was a dream, but you didn't give me how to manifest it. You didn't give me how to speak life into it. You didn't give me how to write it down, write the vision down and make it plain. You didn't give me, things like that. So I'm just like, hold on, God. you telling me this stuff, but you're not telling me how to do it. That's just like leading a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. So it's like God gives me all this stuff, and it's multiple ideas at one time, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna put this out. Oh, okay, I'm gonna put this out. Oh, okay, I'm gonna put this out, and then something so small happens, and it discourages me to keep me from stepping out on that faith. It keeps me from being able to speak life into my situation. It keeps me from being able to manifest anything. But so now I just want to be confident about it. I want to put it out there, and I want to not care about what people think, because if God is truly in it, it'll flourish. It'll do what it needs to do, and it's not always for me. It's for somebody else. And so I need to be confident and push it out and birth whatever it is that God is trying to get me to put out there, and be okay with doing it and allowing people to receive it, allowing positive feedback, allowing feedback.
This week's Black Business shout out goes to Madam Jobim herself. Mrs. Chanda is the proud owner of Jobim Clothing. Jobim Clothing is African flair for your everyday wear. She sells Ankara fabrics, signature tees, head wraps, bonnets, African chains, tote bags, headbands, and much more. If you would like to purchase her merchandise, go to www.jobimclothing.com. Thanks for tuning in into The Scariest Fearless Woman. If you would like to see blogs and more, go to www.thescariestfearlesswoman.com. You may also like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube, or even go to my Facebook page. Thanks for watching.